Welcome everybody to Forza Horizon 5, and today we're taking a look at the 2012 Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG Coupé Black Series. Now this is part of the third generation of the C-Class, which was produced between 2007 and 2015. This version was introduced in 2011, lasting until 2013, and this is basically the even more uprated version of the C-Class over the standard AMG version, as this has AMG Sport suspension, a rear axle differential lock, twin tailpipes, sports bucket seats, and this in particular has the AMG aerodynamics package, which gives the car carbon fibre flicks at the front, along with a fixed carbon fibre rear wing. Now granted, those two extras do add £13 to the overall weight of this car, which is quite a large £3,867, but the advantage is you get a hell of a lot more handling and braking out of this car. Although granted, also a slower top speed, because obviously aerodynamics do slow cars down. But still, this has lost a bit of weight as well. As you can see, there's no rear seats there at all. But yeah, on the whole, at the front, it is still a really rather luxurious Mercedes, which is, why it weighs as much as it does. So it's lost the weight in some areas, but not really lost it in any other areas either. But yeah, it's still a practical enough car, even with those rear seats gone. Unfortunately, cannot look at the boot, but it is, from what I've seen from pictures, really rather sizable as well. But where this car excels is under the bonnet, as it has a 6.2 litre naturally aspirated V8 engine, producing 510 horsepower and 457 pounds-feet of torque, which is pretty sizable for 10 years ago now, especially since this is a C-Class. It's not the top of the range base model that it's based on. So yeah, pretty formidable amount of power. And I do also like the look of it, especially with the aerodynamics package, because it just looks a bit more well put together, really, especially with the black rear spoiler going with the black wheels and then the yellow paint as well. It just looks all very, very nice. So let's nonetheless get out onto the open road and see what this car can do. So yeah, with the aerodynamics package, this is hardly a straight line monster, but it's still fairly quick. So let's see what it can do on this drag strip, and then we'll go around the track. So yeah, nice, decent revving V8 as well, more than 7,000 RPM. And to top it off, it sounds really, really nice, which we'll listen to when we get to the track. But yeah, as you can see, no slouch despite all those aerodynamics. 135, nearly enough. So yeah, pretty damn quick, which again is considering that this doesn't have anywhere near the kind of power as some, rear-wheel drive coupes have. But like I said, it is 10 years old, so I wouldn't expect it to have all that much power, but it's definitely got more power than the standard AMG version, even with the additional power that one of the spec versions got. This has still got way more power than both of those. And yeah, with the aerodynamics package, you feel like it's able to use that power. Without it, it is a bit of a hairy car, to be honest, to drive, but with it, it's a little bit more sane, but not in a boring way, because it just means it's a little bit more manageable more of the time, rather than being a complete lunatic for most of the time. So yeah, it's a high-end A-Class, and the other stats. So yeah, speed, handling, braking, and in some regards the launch are all really rather good. Acceleration is better than it looks, to be honest, but it is a little bit less because it has the extra weight from the wing and the carbon fibre flicks at the front. So yeah, but still, by no means a slouch, not at all. And yeah, considering it's based on a car that pretty much wasn't meant to be going all that quick. Even the AMG version isn't the fastest of things out there. It's definitely able to match some cars in terms of its speed and acceleration. So yeah, let's just listen to the car for a little bit first, and then we'll talk about it some more. So yeah, it sounds properly dirty, the engine on this, to be honest. It sounds, yeah, really mean and like it wants to beat you up in a lot of ways, and if it didn't have the aerodynamics package it would be pretty much doing that, but as you saw there, it is easy to still get the rear end out. Not sure why I said twin exhaust pipes, by the way. Obviously it has quads, but yeah, still a decent amount of exhaust really, even though I, to be honest, not really fussed about how many exhausts a car has, as long as it's, you know, sounds pretty good, and this does sound really, really good. And yeah, you can have fun with it by sliding it around like that, but you can also be quite serious with it in terms of the handling, purely because of that aerodynamics package. So you can get a best of both worlds really from this car. And yeah, at the end of the day, it's hardly slow in a straight line. 0 to 60 in 4.286 seconds. 0 to 100 in 9.203 seconds, and it going to a top speed of 172 miles an hour. Now granted, it is slightly quicker without the aerodynamics package in terms of acceleration, and obviously it's going to be faster at the top end, but you know, are you really ever going to be going 172 miles an hour on a road? Not really. But at the end of the day, when you are out on the road, the aerodynamics package is going to be, you know, keeping you down on the ground to a reasonable extent. Obviously not as much as if you're on the track, but it's going to be helping more than without it. And yeah, at the end of the day, I liked the balance that this has between handling and just sheer fun, because not only can you slide it around, but you've also got a really nice sounding engine, so that's part of the fun as well. And yeah, also means you can, you know, get it around the track really fast and compete with other cars that might be a little bit more sophisticated in the stuff underneath, because yeah, this is a little bit archaic nowadays in comparison to other cars. You know, other cars have turbocharging or supercharging and all-wheel drive, and yeah, aerodynamics that alter during the driving experience and stuff like that. But still, on the whole, a really, really good car, and it's one I'm surprised I haven't reviewed before. But yeah, like I said earlier in my videos from a few months ago, I will be looking at vehicles that I've not reviewed in the past from prior Forza games, either on Horizon or Motorsport. So yeah, and this is one of my favourites that I have yet to review, but now I have, so yeah, I can tick that off on my list. But nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you with the next one. Bye.